as we look at Diamond DeShields and Caitlin Clark.
People say that Diamond DeShields and Caitlin Clark are killing them because of their experience, but you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old, so you should be killing them because you've been doing it for a lot longer than they have. Calque right now, which probably takes about 40 shots per game. This season, Sheryl Swoopes has been causing a lot of controversy in the WNBA, especially with her criticism of rising superstar Caitlin Clark. Swoopes has always been jealous, but her most recent behavior has escalated the situation to a whole new level. The network that has been closely monitoring Caitlin Clark's ascent, ESPN, has frequently emphasized her influence on the WNBA, which makes Swoopes' critique all the more shocking. A recent aggressive play against Caitlin Clark by Diamond DeShields made headlines in the WNBA and sparked heated discussion among WNBA fans. During a crucial Indiana Fever game, this DeShields intercepts Clark at half court in a play that is obviously motivated by frustration rather than just a foul. This incident had immediate repercussions, with WNBA commentators and fans denouncing it as a dirty play on Caitlin Clark. It wasn't acceptable. It was a play G foul, which sparked a flurry of controversy in the wake of Diamond. DeShields' actions weren't limited to criticism. They also faced a flurry of backlash, including racist threats. After Caitlin Clark FFLH foul, which brought attention to persistent problems within the WNBA community, Sheryl Swoopes stood out as a vocal supporter of the Shields, continuing her narrative against Caitlin Clark Swoopes via a tweet. When asked by WNBA fans who were eager to hear her commentary, Swoopes didn't hold back, responding with the now famous phrase, "Not today, Satan, but let's be honest, supporting WNBA players who engage in potentially dangerous, career-threatening actions isn't a good look for a WNBA legend like Swoopes." Smith, a well-known sports analyst who usually appears on ESPN, has always stood up for Caitlin Clark, and this time was no exception. Smith was quick to criticize Sheryl Swoopes for her unjustified and prejudiced attacks on Clark. Respectfully, no, C, no Kate, CL, Sheryl. Do you know how that makes you look? Do you know how it contributes to any criticism of Caitlin, CL? The Caitlin Clark effect is a genuine phenomena in women's basketball that is pushing WNBA attendance and viewership to all-time highs. Every time Caitlin Clark takes the court, she redefines the game, breaking WNBA records and raising the bar for women's sports. However, Caitlin's actions seem to reflect the difficulties that come with being a trailblazer like Caitlin Clark. The tension between Caitlin Clark and Sheryl Swoopes dates back to Clark's college basketball days, when Swoopes openly questioned whether Clark's skills would translate to the WNBA, even implying that Angel Reese's game was more suited for professional play. Swoopes confidently predicted that Clark wouldn't dominate the WNBA right away, saying, "No, it's not going to be that easy, so will Caitlin Clark be a good pro?" It is highly unlikely that Caitlin Clark will enter the WNBA and continue doing what she is doing at this moment. Okay, but as we've seen, Caitlin Clark has exceeded all expectations, proving her doubters wrong at every turn. But Swoopes didn't stop at questioning Clark's abilities. She also criticized Clark's NCAA scoring record, dismissing it as a result of volume shooting rather than skill. Going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it. So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a CO year, and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record? Yeah, that'll go in the record books as Caitlin Clark is the all-time whatever it is. I don't even know what the number is. So, but that's the way it'll be, and I don't think it should be. However, Swoopes got several key facts wrong. She claimed that Caitlin Clark took advantage of an extra year of eligibility due to COVID-19, playing 5 years of college basketball. In reality, Clark played the standard 4 years, just like Kelsey Plum, the previous record holder. What's more, Caitlin broke the record in fewer games, showing that it wasn't just about taking more shots, but making them count. Additionally, and perhaps most obviously, Swoopes overstated when he claimed that Caitlin Clark takes 40 shots every game, when in reality her average is closer to 19 shots per game. Many WNBA fans and analysts have questioned whether Swoopes' criticism is based on facts or personal bias, because Swoopes claims that Caitlin is 25 years old, when she is actually only 22. How much more experience that gives you over other players coming in, right? People say, dang, he or she's killing them, but you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old, so you should be killing them because you've been doing it for a lot longer than they have. Clark currently takes about 40 shots per game. Instead of encouraging the next generation of WNBA players, Sheryl Swoopes ignores the monumental impact Caitlin Clark is having on women's basketball and the WNBA overall. She is drawing more attention to the WNBA than ever before, inspiring a new generation of young female athletes and attracting a wider audience to the league. Supporting Caitlin Clark means promoting the development and advancement of women's basketball in spite of the criticism, even though Swoopes appears determined to undermine their success. This is about the WNBA's future, not just about Caitlin, end quote. Sheryl Swoopes eventually apologized, but many people didn't think it was real. She made the defensive remark that black people can't be racist, which didn't help the situation. I'm going to say this, and then I want this conversation to end so that people won't come to me and accuse me of racism because I made those remarks. After all, black people can't be racist. Caitlin Clark's accomplishments are rewriting the WNBA record books, as she continues to break records in her rookie season, solidifying her place in the league's history. She is the youngest player to achieve consecutive double-doubles in points and assists, and she holds the WNBA single-game assist record. However, Sheryl Swoopes appears determined to ignore these accomplishments. People are paying attention as it becomes apparent that this is more than just a case of casual criticism. It's beginning to take on the appearance of a personal vendetta. The media has a massive story to tell, of which you definitely have the detail. Even Smith, who is well known for his strong opinions on ESPN, was unable to remain silent and publicly chastised Swoopes for her obvious bias toward Clark. Even though Clark and FIFA presently top the WNBA in average game attendance and per-game TV viewing, there appears to be some animosity toward Clark throughout the league. Beginning with WNBA legend, the statistics show that Sheryl Swoopes herself, with the Indiana Fever having the highest average game attendance and TV viewership in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark is leading the team to unprecedented heights. However, Sheryl Swoopes continues to give Caitlin the credit she deserves, praising other Fever players like Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston, while conspicuously excluding Caitlin Clark from discussions about this Indiana team. I'd like to give a shout out to Lexi Hall because I adore her and watch her in AU. In their game against Seattle, Lexi Hall shot the leather off the ball and was unable to miss Kelsey Mitchell, who is completely broken and shooting the basketball with a near triple-double. It's getting harder for WNBA fans to ignore this omission, especially as Caitlin continues to break records and propel the Indiana Fever to success. End of section 2. The Swoopes' refusal to recognize Clark's contributions is not only petty, but it also harms her reputation as a WNBA legend. The criticism doesn't stop there, as Swoopes even went so far as to suggest that Caitlin's success is because she has better teammates at the Fever than Angel Reese's situation at the Chicago Sky, where she and Angel Reese are in a close race for WNBA Rookie of the Year. And his dismissal of Clark's talent is almost comical. What will happen next in this drama? Will the league and its legends like Sheryl Swoopes finally give Caitlin Clark the recognition she deserves? Or will jealousy continue to cast a shadow over her accomplishments? One thing is for sure though, this narrative is far from over. In my opinion, Angel would win Rookie of the Year if it were chosen today. If I had to ask anyone who believes Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I would ask them, who would you want to start your franchise with? Angel Reese is a fantastic player, but she is nothing like what and who Caitlin Clark is. The shocking revelation that Angel Reese was ranked higher than Caitlin Clark in ESPN's WNBA rookie rankings was followed by an absolutely amazing on-court reaction from Clark. We're delving deeply into the WNBA Rookie of the Year discussion, examining Caitlin Clark's statistics and dissecting the game that may have definitively ended the WNBA rookie competition. Let's get down to business, WNBA fans. If you've been watching WNBA games this season, you're probably as perplexed as we are by the new WNBA 24 Rookie Power Rankings that ESPN just released. Chicago Sky Angel Reese is ranked first, followed by Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark at number 2. ESPN's argument, which highlights Reese's rebounds and double-doubles, mainly relies on advanced WNBA analytics. Reese has excellent WNBA statistics with 22 double-doubles and a 15-game streak. The best part is that several of those rebounds were on missed layups. She also grabbed another 18 rebounds, remembering that she's previously grabbed 20 rebounds in a row. Another opportunity with the T, Reese. Reese will return it. Reese barely makes 29% of her close-range attempts from within 5 feet, which is the worst shooting rate in the NBA. Let's talk about Kit now. This rookie wonder, Clark, is a real WNBA phenomenon.